At the same time as Raquel Welch passes away, rest in peace Raquel, one of the icons of Hollywood, another modern icon of Hollywood gives an interview to Vanity Fair which basically says we need to get back to that. Bonjour. So it's really weird. This is kind of nothing to do, essentially, with what I normally go on about on this channel. I could give you some vague reasons why it's connected to what I do. I could say that the actress, the Hollywood icon Raquel Welch, was the image on the poster in Andy Dufresne's prison cell. She was on the third poster from a film called A Million Years BC. When he used it was Rita Hayworth, then Monroe, then Raquel Welch to kind of give the impression of the time passing by as he was digging a tunnel behind the poster. I could use that connection, but it's only for really my age, maybe a bit younger, that you would even know the name of Raquel Welch, because it was back in the day in Hollywood when you didn't know the inside leg measurement of your favourite movie star. Every time they come out in a film, or they might give an interview on TV, on one of the talk shows, and there weren't many, there weren't 1,000 channels, what that did is it got you excited. And this isn't going to be a video about I want to go back to the Stone Age where there was only 3 channels in the UK and all that. I'm not doing that. What I'll tell you right now is the reason I'm doing this video is because Ana de Armas comes out with this Vanity Fair, and it was kind of really weird timing just for me personally. That in this interview she talks about we're letting everyone know everything about everything we do, and it's too much. She isn't on Twitbook and Hashtag and FaceTwat. She doesn't do it. She does Insta, she admits in this interview. She does Instagram, and she does it because she understands that there is a requirement in the modern age to do certain things for the films, you know, and to promote the films she's a part of. And it's also, this is what I'm just finding weird, and I'm kind of working my way through it on camera in a way, because Raquel Welch was just, she was an icon of Hollywood as a real woman, and I'm kind of finding myself thinking that, like doubting myself, as in, am I allowed to say that anymore? Can I say she was a real woman? With the debate around what is a woman and etc, etc, and I'm going there in this video. I'm finding myself, I normally say I don't go there, I'm going to go there. Raquel Welch, among all the others of that era, so you would have had a Bridget Bardot, you would have had a Jane Fonda, who didn't last too long, to be fair. She kind of got out of the kind of, for want of a better term, the pin-up, glamour, Hollywood icon phase. She kind of went over there and got boring, and all the rest become icons. And like I say, I find it weird that Ana de Armas did The Blonde for Netflix, and that was about Marilyn Monroe, another real woman. And I've just got to say real woman. I've just got to say it. I don't know what size, and this is just physical appearance at the moment. Just bear with me, please. Marilyn, Sophia Loren, Ana de Armas. They are 3 completely different physical shapes of women. Different coloured hair, different length hair, different size boobs, etc. You know, Marilyn today, I don't know what she'd be now in a woman's like dress size of 14 or whatever. You know, they were all real women and they brought something to the screen, but we only ever found out anything about them either on the silver screen or in one or two interviews, maybe in the odd magazine. Now, the inundation of the absolute saturation of these celebrities or film stars, the way we go, like that they need to post something every day. And I did allude to it in my last video about Ezra Miller and the Flash film, where we know so much about the man in his personal life, but in a way, is that important to the film we're going to pay money to see? You know, do we have to watch a film? Do I have to align with the actors and actresses' political beliefs, what they like for breakfast? Are they vegan? Are they gay? Are they married? Do they have kids? Do they like dogs or cats? Do I need to know all this? Because what's happening now is that's affecting and it's infecting the work they create, because we know too much. And thank God that Ana de Armas has come along, and in this Vanity Fair interview, she was asked, and this is recent, this is yesterday, or you know, roughly the same time as bless her, Raquel Welch passed away, and she was asked, does Hollywood still produce movie stars like Marilyn? Obviously alluding to Blonde that she did. She says, I feel like the new generations don't have that concept because of social media. There is so much information out there and oversharing. The concept of a movie star is someone untouchable that you only see on screen. That mystery is gone. For the most part, we've done that to ourselves. Nobody's keeping anything from anyone anymore. And I've got to admit, I applaud her for that. I applaud her for that. And it only got me thinking that, and I was introduced to her through Blade Runner 2049 as the hologram lover for what's his face, Orion. And the next one was Bond, where she was the classic blonde poster girl, Bond girl. Again, I don't know if you can kind of hear me pausing and trying to think, oh my God, can I say that? But this is the world we're in now, where you can't just have her do what she did in that film without going, oh my God, she looked well gorgeous. You can't do it. Somehow we can't do it. And it's all lesser for it. It's all lesser for it. But I'm glad that Ana de Armas has come out and actually spoken up for it. Because you have actresses, she's not doing a film and now suddenly saying, oh, I shouldn't have done a full nude scene, because all right, I've seen some of the clips of what she's done before in certain films, but the trilogy of films for me is Blade Runner, Bond and Blonde. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Blade Runner, Bond and Blonde. I'm going to hashtag that for the modern audience. Anyway, getting back on track. She's not doing a Scarlett Johansson where she gets the job, she gets the Black Widow gig, and roles before that. Not because, and she's a good actress, by the way, and so is Ana de Armas. But there is a physicality about it, isn't there? If Jason Statham or The Rock weren't bald and good looking and a bit hench, yeah, really, would they be? You know, if Tom Cruise was a bit of a minger, No, it doesn't work. It works both ways. But the annoying thing is when someone like Johansson comes out and says, "Oh my God, you know they've sexualised Black Widow, and they wanted to get a shot of my butt in the tight black leggings." Yeah, of course they did. Of course they did. For the same reason why if Statham or The Rock is in a film, they're going to have their shirt off. Or Chris Evans in Captain America. Yet there's going to be a scene and they're flicking through the script. Or Chris Hemsworth as Thor. They flick through the script and it's going to say, yeah, and then you've got to get your shirt off. And even Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, right? There's going to be a part, and at his age as well. And he's getting older, but nevertheless, they put the work in. And they do it, and they appreciate the fact that, and as I'm reading all of these off, Momoa, you know, who goes to see, what female goes with their boyfriend to go and see Aquaman? If he comes out and he's a little bit of a skinnier bloke, or say he was Ezra Miller as Aquaman, he comes out of the sea and goes, "Oh, hello, love. Are you all right? I'm a fish man come to save your city." No. Momoa right there. The equivalent of that are the female movie bombshells. And it is social media. It is social media that's done it, because we need to be fed. We need to be fed somehow. And why is that? But it's got to stop, because what we're on a descent. It isn't helping. And I'm not saying ban social media. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying two of the biggest stars of the moment have got a very... You look at the big boys and girls and their social media profile. Well, Ana de Armas that I'm talking about, I think she's only on Insta. Tom Cruise, don't do it. Biggest box office sensation. Brought Top Gun back after all them years. Steven Spielberg has just recently said to him at the Oscars lunch, "You've saved Hollywood. That film you did, and you held on and you held on and you held on for a cinema release. You didn't give in to streaming and whatever it is, whatever else he was under pressure to do. He held on for that cinematic release globally. Bang, did it." So you've got Tom Cruise, Ana de Armas, and Spielberg himself. And I'm sure there are quite a few more. But what they're not doing is almost destroying the cinematic vehicles that all these people are involved in creating. These characters. It's too much. It's too much standing on a red carpet, not talking about the film, but saying, "Oh, this is what I believe in. This is what we should do. This is me as a person of colour, or this is my sexuality, and this is why I did this film." And on and on and on. And everyone at home is going, "Ugh, ugh." Tom Cruise didn't walk up the red carpet to promote Maverick or do an interview saying, "While I'm here, I'd just like to point out how great Scientology is." Just saying. He didn't. Him and everyone else involved in this project spoke about the film and how great they thought it was, and they showed how massively awesome the special effects were and how much time and money and imagination they used on creating the best film they could possibly do for an audience, and nothing else mattered. So in a way, I don't know if this video makes any sense, but like I say, in my head, I just had to get around. Maybe I'm asking more questions, and please leave the comments. Leave me comments, leave me questions, please do. Because there's something about what Ana de Armas has said that really resonated with me at the same time as a Hollywood icon was passing away. And just as a footnote to this whole thing is the fact that last year she did Blonde, and at the same time a film called Elvis came out as well. both films received a lot of praise, a lot of recognition for 20th century icons that are long dead. They are long dead. They've been dead for decades. And again, this is really interesting. In 50 or 60 years' time, are there going to be any movies made about anything any of these superstars have done in modern times? Can you think of one? And if you can think of one, try and think of two, because they did two films, like I say, one of Elvis, one of Marilyn. And I'll leave it there. I'll leave you with loads of questions, and hopefully this will provoke a lot of conversation, because obviously this wasn't a video to ask questions and give answers, to be fair. And I will bid you adios.